Yo guys, what's going on? It's Lewis here with Crypto Elite, and welcome to a long overdue market update. I'm titling this one WTF is happening, and that's exactly what we're going to try to figure out right now. As you can see, Bitcoin is currently at just under 22,000. It's trying to figure out what it wants to do. This is the 2-day. Let me go to the daily chart. And yeah, as you could also see, I had my big buy at 26,000. So I'm underwater right now, as I'm sure you might be too. So just understand that we're in this together. Even those, like me, who literally waited and shorted the top and then got the support, tagged the 37 support, tagged the 30,000 support. Still, even after doing all, basically what I considered to do everything right, still somehow in the red. So yeah, we're all hurting, but this is really important. Is that I know, I was really upset when there wasn't a bounce up to 34K, because I wanted to buy at 25 right here, and also down from 30, sell at 34, and then, ride the wave down, because the trend is down. So I understood that the price was going down. It was pretty obvious that the price was going to tank, right? That's why I sold all my alts a while ago, and I figured Bitcoin, but something about Bitcoin is like, you just want to hold on to it. So I held from under 30K, and now I'm in the red. But trading is actually a sport, if you want to call it a sport, where you will have red weeks, you'll have red months even, and it won't be green every single day, every single week, or every single month. You will have drawdowns in trading. And on news of drawdowns, I'm not sure if you saw or heard, but Three Arrows Capital, which is one of the biggest funds in all of cryptocurrency, I think they might be liquidated. This is actually huge news. They had billions of dollars under management, and apparently they lost all their funds. So if you still have your money, or at least a little bit of money, apparently you have out-traded Three Arrows Capital, which is really good. Also, let me say that the most important thing, even though I know you know this, I know you've probably heard this, but I need to reiterate it. As long as you have your health, you have your wealth. I was very, very sick personally as a kid, from 10 years old all the way up to 24-ish. And it sucked. It was really bad. Now I'm healthy because I did functional medicine to recover and, get healthy. But I would rather be healthy, and not that I don't have any money right now, because I did sell a lot, but I would rather be healthy and poor, or healthy and broke, rather than be rich and sick and not be able to, recover. Although I will say, if you have a lot of money, it's way easier to recover. So that's why you should definitely want to get as much capital as possible. It's really, honestly, in my opinion, the reason to acquire so much wealth is literally for your health. It's for your health and for the health of your families and loved ones. That's pretty much it. Obviously, there's Maslow's hierarchy of needs with shelter and love and food and water and all this other stuff, right? But as far as money, it's not really materialistic things. Material things, they don't ever bring you happiness. But having health and possibly traveling and seeing the world and doing those type of things is what really brings true happiness. And so, have to say that if you're healthy, then praise the Lord, have some prayers and just be super grateful, because it's definitely hard to be super grateful right now if you are in the red, or if you're down astronomically, which I'm just going to assume you are, or a lot of people are. And yeah, I mean, your health is the number one. Also, number two, markets are cyclical, so everything will bounce back. Not everything will bounce back, but Bitcoin, I am 99.99999%. I can't say 100%, but screw it. I'll say I'm 100% certain that Bitcoin will get to new all-time highs and eventually be $200,000, $500,000, $1 million. Bitcoin seems to me like something, not seems to me, it is the only thing in the world that is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the only Bitcoin in the entire world. The number of circumstances that had to come together for Bitcoin to become Bitcoin is astronomical. Like from the grassroots and from things not taking off too quickly to it coming back after Mount Gox to everything, it's crazy that it even exists, Bitcoin. But it does. And so I am still incredibly bullish on Bitcoin. And obviously, just think of the future. What's happening in the future? What is everyone building? They're building metaverse. They're building, these crypto games. They're building all of this stuff. That's not going anywhere. That's going to be here. Maybe it's going to take a while because the technology, takes a while to be built, but it's being built. So I have absolutely no doubt in my mind that crypto will not just recover, but go through a whole new cycle, whether it's next year, the year after, or the year after that, or whenever, really, honestly. Bitcoin is here to stay. Ethereum, most likely here to stay. I'm pretty safe with Ethereum, or I'm pretty content with putting money into Ethereum. I like Solana as well. I think that because Sam Bankman-Fried has so much money, he is going to be putting a lot of that into Solana. So I do like Solana also. And, there's hundreds of other ones that are going to do astronomically well. So even though we might be down now, things will be better. Or hopefully you just, sold and didn't trade or didn't buy, or you have enough capital to continue buying on the way down. So basically, we're going to be going over the game plan. We're going to be going over all of the typical fundamental stuff that I normally go over, okay? All of this good stuff that I know you love. And then we're going to be going over the market cap, the total market cap, the total altcoin market cap, Ethereum market cap, dominance levels, the dollar, NASDAQ, the S&P 500, Bitcoin, Ethereum. And then what I'm going to do is go into the different perpetual future contracts that are available on FTX. And I'm just going to go through 10 of them, 20 of them maybe, and plot out levels. Because we also we need to talk about the macro environment as well. Because this is something that's, Bitcoin has never been in. Bitcoin has never been in this macro environment. So we will have to go over that as well. And unfortunately, it's not the best picture. But we will do it. Firstly, let me just do this really quickly. 200. Let me add the EMA. No, not the EMA. 300. The MA 300. We need to have the MA 300 on here. MA 7 style. All right, MA 7. I don't know why it wasn't on there originally, but this right here is the level that has always been the bottom of bottoms, is the EMA 300. Everyone always talks about the EMA 200, but look at here. In COVID, it reached the EMA 300. So even though the EMA 200 was the bottom in 2018/2019, like in 2020, the 300 weekly moving average was the actual bottom. So does this line up with, certain levels? Possibly, not really. But the other levels to look out for is that, yeah, okay. I see what I'm talking about. I know what I'm going to do. So we'll get to that when we get to that. First things first, let's start going over the actual big fundamental stuff. Okay, so the first one is the crypto Bitcoin bull run index. This is currently at a 14. So if we go down here, you could see that it has reached a confidence level of 14, which is very, very, very low. And this is definitely a level where I said that I want to be going into Bitcoin if it ever reaches this level. And that's not a bad thing considering the fact that I am, or I was mostly in Bitcoin. In my investment accounts, I am very heavy in Bitcoin right now. In my trading accounts, I was very, very heavy in Bitcoin. I took some off the table because of the macroeconomic situation, which we will be talking about in just a second. But according to the CBBI, this is a good place to purchase Bitcoin, at least for a longer term investment. So I also started to dollar cost average into Bitcoin in one of my accounts. So I set it to start buying Bitcoin on a bi-weekly basis, and I am just not going to touch that ever, or not ever, but I'm not going to touch that until the next bull market. So yeah, I basically, I'm starting to accumulate Bitcoin at these levels. Like, that's definitely it. And not just at these levels, but I've been accumulating Bitcoin all the way underneath $30,000 to $25,000. I've been accumulating. So this is good for Bitcoin. This area is good for Bitcoin, according to the CBBI. Next up, we have the Pi cycle top indicator. Obviously, this has tops. This doesn't have bottoms. And yeah. So you can't do anything with this because it's only for tops. We have the MVRVZ score. It is touching the green. So we have the buy Bitcoin on the CBBI. We have the buy Bitcoin on the MVRVZ score. Obviously, it touches the green and it could go deep down into the green, could go negative. But the point is that, at least for me, when it touches the green, that is, excuse me, let me go right here. Yeah, you could see it. It's under 0. That is the time to accumulate Bitcoin. Like, historically speaking, if you've accumulated Bitcoin, when it's in the green, you've accumulated it at, let's see, going back here to, oh my gosh, you can't even do it because it's so, maybe I could, nope, hold on, do this, boom, 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 there you go. So you would have accumulated Bitcoin at the price of $5,000 or $5,300 back here. 3,000, anywhere between basically 4,500 to 4,000. Yeah, basically anywhere under 4,500 back here. And then obviously back here, it doesn't really matter because it was like $200. But back here is anywhere under 300. Yeah, $300. So in all of these instances, things have, historically speaking, worked out very well when you buy Bitcoin when the MVRVZ score hits the green. However, it's not like there's going to be just like a V-shaped bottom. Things are going to all of a sudden go up now because the MVRVZ score is hitting the green, because you could see that things stay sideways for a very long time. Like in 2015, things stayed sideways and it was in the green. Things stayed sideways in 2018 and 2019. Okay, it was in the green. Things even stayed sideways back in 2011 and it was in the green. So bottoms aren't formed with straight up, or I don't want to say straight up, but they aren't formed with V-shaped recoveries. Only COVID was. Only the COVID bottom was. But typically in bear markets, bear market bottoms, true bear market bottoms are long or prolonged. So you probably have a long time to accumulate if we're being honest here. And because of the current macroeconomic situation, inflation going out, the quantitative tightening and the interest rates going up and money going into USD, things aren't looking that good for a recovery right away. So let's keep on going. Let's go into our hodl ratio. Our hodl ratio has not hit the green yet. So it would be nice if the R hodl ratio reaches the green and the MVRVZ scores in the green, and maybe the CBI is down at 10 or something like that, that would be really, really, really good. But this has not hit the green yet. So we have two indicators saying that it's good to go or good to accumulate, one saying that it's not. All right, then we have the Bitcoin rainbow chart. Basically a fire. It's in the basically a fire sale zone. That's it. So this, this is the time to accumulate Bitcoin based off of these different indicators. So I would want. It's funny because before I looked at this, I was like, I'm buying it. I have it, and I want to buy it, but I don't know how much I want to buy. But for my long-term investment chart, this is making me want to buy more. I know like this is supposed to be a meme, but it's held up pretty dang well. Same thing with like these other ones. They've held up pretty dang well. So it's a difficult situation because of what's happening in the market, but bottoms don't ever look like bottoms. I don't think that this is the true bottom, but I could see this being a local bottom because just based off of this, just based off of these things that I just went over. So yeah, it looks like a good time to accumulate Bitcoin for sure. Let's look at the crypto fear and greed index. It's a 7. Okay, so that's in the extreme fear. So that's also, let me just refresh it and make sure it's still 7. Yeah, it's still 7. Make sure that this is still in the basically a fire sale. Yeah, it's still basically in a fire sale. All of this is still, whatever. That doesn't really matter. Yeah, this is still in the green. So yeah, all of these indicators, all of these like fundamental indicators that I look at every week, or except for last week because I was moving, but all of these fundamental indicators, they're saying buy. They're saying that it's a good price to buy Bitcoin. All right, now though, with saying that, all right, there's a lot of reasons why I would not be buying right now. I'm putting in small amounts in my investment account into Bitcoin, but nothing significant, and it's enough to continue to buy over and over and over and over again and never really, affect, I'm never going to run out of money that I'm buying with because the amount of income that I make is much more than the amount that I'm buying every single week or every other week. So if I make $1,000 a week, then I'm putting in $250 or $200, and that's basically what is happening. So in, not exact numbers, but I'm making sure that I have enough USD so that I'm not going to run out of USD as I continue to average in. And the reason I really don't want to be like super 100% all in and not have any capital is for a lot of reasons. Number one, the current macroeconomic situation that we have at hand is pretty unprecedented. Right now, there are so many things that are happening that could really continue to unwind a lot of capital. Things happen very slowly in traditional finance, right? And things are only just now starting to unwind, but the turmoil will continue. It will most likely continue for quite a while. Me and you are in this. We're in the markets, right? So we see things happening like, quickly, much, much earlier than retail, regular investors. I'm not saying that we're not retail, but just the people who don't pay attention to it at all, which is the vast majority of people, right? So we see things happening much sooner. So I don't think it has affected most people in the way that I think it will. And if you look at the S&P 500, look at what's happened right now. We've just broken below this key support that we've held since 2019. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bounces off of this support. Well, other than, of course, the March 2020 Corona crash, but we've had 6 bounces off the support, and now we have finally broken below it. So, that's not good. And this is also the 38.2. And that means, like, for me, the 61.8 is the next level that I see the S&P 500 going get down to. And, if it does that, that's a 10, 11, that's a 12% plus drop, right? And if that drops like that, what do you think is going to happen to cryptocurrencies? They're going to just absolutely tank even more. So I would absolutely not be all in the crypto right now. I think too many people are buying it. Too many people are continuing to buy it that aren't taking into consideration the macroeconomic environment. So that's the SPY. Then we have the NASDAQ. So looking at the NASDAQ, look at this. It's just a toppling over pattern. It's just toppling over and falling, right? So this could literally fall another 26%. It's totally possible. I mean, go to the monthly. Look at what's been happening since 2008. We had the crisis in 2008, and for so many years, we've had just nonstop growth. And this, honestly, this looks like it might be. It's down 33%. Was that the worst that it's been? 30% there. 23% there. Wow. Yeah, this is the worst from high to low that we've seen since 2009. Holy crap. It's 2008. Actually, let me see this real quick. Yeah, okay. So in 2008 we did. So since 2008, this has been the worst low. So that's 14 years. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's the reality. So yeah, it's turning over. It's looking like crap. And we don't know how low this could go, but it could go pretty darn low. Okay, guys. So we basically went over the fundamental stuff, which says that it may be getting time to accumulate. But as for the trading, I don't want to be buying because it is pretty bad. It's pretty bad out here. I'm not gonna lie. Firstly, hold on a second. Let me do this yearly. So let's start off total market cap. Big picture, total market cap. Okay. So the total market cap that we had of crypto starting from January 1st, 2021 is almost completely retraced. We had a this is coordinates. 600, where is it? High. $772 billion market cap. Okay, at the start of the year. Or pretty much a 760. Let's just say $760 billion market cap at the beginning of the year. Okay. It rose all the way in 1 year to $3 trillion, over $3 trillion. It is now back below $1 trillion. It has lost nearly everything that it has made in 2021. Here's the crazy part and the scary part. Let's look at Netflix. Yeah. It not only lost everything that it got in 2021 or 2020 or 2019 or 2018. Netflix is down to 2017 levels. I wonder what Amazon is at. Amazon lost everything that it made in 2021, which wasn't that much. But really, you have to think about where things were from before COVID. That's the main indicator, is where were things before COVID. And before COVID, January, February, March, they were right around here. So it has almost completely retraced everything that it made from COVID. Oh, cool. I'm still up on my Tesla shares. Tesla is still doing very well. Tesla might actually be a great shorting opportunity. I know Microsoft is short Tesla. I would hate to short Tesla just because it's Tesla, it's Elon. Who wants to short it? But probably would be a good. But the point that I'm trying to make is that some of these companies have a long ways to go, and some of them have already fallen below their COVID levels. 2018. PayPal. Holy crap. PayPal has erased 5 years of gains. 5 years of gains gone in under a year. Holy smokes. I actually found something worse than PayPal. Disney. Disney is trading at the same price that it was trading in 2015. Just above what the highs of 2014. 7 years, 8 years basically. 8 years of gains. Can you imagine if you held Disney? It's like you grow up watching Disney movies. You love Disney. You love the story. You love everything. You're saying, I'm going to buy Disney stock because I'm into investing now. I'm going to buy Disney. So you buy it in 2014 and you just keep on buying more every year. You keep on averaging into it because why not? So you average. And then you have, let's say, an average buy-in price of right around here. And you're down significantly. Even if you just bought it and held, you're down significantly because of inflation. Here's the scary part. Bitcoin hasn't even reached where it was 2 years ago. It's below January 2021 or January 2021, but it's still not where it was in 2020. If these huge companies that have, billions of dollars, use cases, real world, Disney, it's one of the biggest companies in the world. Everyone knows of it. Everyone understands it. Netflix, people use it. If they could do it, go down that much, why can't Bitcoin, why can't Ethereum, and more importantly, why can't literally everything else, literally everything else go to basically zero, or maybe not zero, but down to, another 50% down to their October or March 2020 or whatever 2020 levels, right? Why is that not possible? I'll give you a hint. It is possible. It is possible. Man, I remember buying. I bought so much stuff. So basically, I sold in my trading account. I have a trading account, right? I have a trading account. In my trading account, I bought a lot right here at 26,000, thinking it was gonna pop back up. but the risk is so great, especially with 3 Arrows Capital and Celsius and Luna and all this stuff that's happening. The risk is so great that it doesn't make sense to continue to hold what I'm trading, even though I'm down 30% on it, because I could be down 50%, or I could be down literally 60% or 70%. No. And then I'm going to be out of cash. No, it's better to preserve capital. It's better to be risk averse in these situations. If you could short, then short. I mean, I've been trying to short. None of my shorts have gotten filled. Only the shorts that have gotten filled were up here when enough people were still euphoric and still buying. My shorts got filled up here. But by the time this happened, I switched bullish again to just start buying and not selling. So I bought the support right here, sold, bought the support down here, sold, bought the support down here, and now I'm like still holding this, but I'm de-risking a lot. So yeah, this is not looking good at all. The total market cap touched the 200 weekly moving average. That's great. I do like it, but we have 3 days left. Maybe there's going to be a big bounce or something. I'm hoping. That would be nice. Hoping for a big bounce, or at least a little bounce. At least we did get some relief here. Pretty good. But this whole 3 Arrows Capital thing is really that. And it's mostly the world economy that's scary. To be honest. The fact that, SPY just went under this huge support. So when Bitcoin was 40K or 46K or whatever, 50K, I thought 25, 26K Bitcoin was absolutely amazing, right? Now that we're in the thick of it, targets change. It's funny how that happens. So you need to have prices where you will buy and you will be okay with buying and just holding from there. For me, it was 26K, but now it's not anymore because of the insolvency issues that we've been having with Celsius, Luna, 3 Arrows Capital, and all these other, big firms and big players in the space. Now my buy and hold price that I want to be at least 50% in. I think it's 13,750. I'm going to be, but I don't want to just buy it to hold it. I want to buy it to trade it, right? So the yearly open / close is this right here, 13,769. Let's go to the yearly. Click there. That is the 2017 high. Well, not the high, but the 2017 / 2018 close and open. So this level right here is obviously the most key level to look at, right? Then we have the monthly chart. And on the monthly chart is actually worse. The monthly chart, the level to look at is down here at 10,800, or there is some confluence at this 13,750 level. But really it's 10,800. It's anywhere. This entire area could be easily touched. even 3,000, even this, because like I'm thinking of how those stocks went all the way back years and years and years, were erased. Why can't the same thing happen for Bitcoin? So $4,000 Bitcoin, you know, I have different levels. I have different levels that I'm going to be buying at. The first level is right above here. The first level is 13,800. So my first buy, where I'm just going to buy, put it on a cold storage wallet and forget about it. 13, let's see, text, coordinates, 13,000. I'll say 14,050. Yeah. So this is my first area of putting in my investment just and forgetting about it. My second area, the other reason why this right here is very, very, very important. This area, not only is the yearly open close, but it's also the monthly support / resistance right here. Right here was resistance, you know, resistance. So 1, 2, 3, as soon as we broke through above that, you know, it was game on, right? So this is important. The third reason why this is really important is because this level around $12,000, $13,000, $14,000 is when a lot of miners start to capitulate. So this level is where miners who hold tons and tons and tons of Bitcoin, right? They will be forced to capitulate because they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month to mine Bitcoin. And at this price, it becomes unprofitable for them to mine Bitcoin. So they have to mine it. They have to sell all of their holdings at this point in order to not go under. Or they will be bought out from big companies. Big companies will buy them out and then sell all their Bitcoin at this level. And so if that happens, you know, we could see a wick down, you know, another wick down. A fourth reason why that level is super important is because Bitcoin has traditionally had about an 80% loss. So that's a 78% loss from the high. But an 80% loss is right around, you know, 13,400. So there are five different catalysts for a bounce off of 14,000. And there's a couple theories of it going all the way down to, you know, 4,000, 3,200, all of that stuff, right? I have a feeling that there are some people who are so adamant about Bitcoin, though. They want it so badly that, and they're big players, that they'll probably put orders in for billions of dollars down if Bitcoin ever gets to these levels down here. So honestly, I still think long term, under 30,000 is a steal. However, if you're trying to get close to the bottom, I would think that these three levels are the biggest levels to look at. 14,000, 10,800, and 4,000, or, you know, 3 to 4,000, because that's where the bottom was back in 2019 and the 2020, the COVID crash, right? All of that stuff. These are three huge levels to look at. So game plan for me is in my trading account, basically lower the cost of lower my position sizes. So take a loss. What I'm going to do and what I've done and what I am doing is I'm taking a loss and I'm selling down here at 22,000, 21, 22,000. I feel sick to my stomach doing it, but my game plan originally was for my trading account to trade it, and then just buy at 26 and wait, or buy at 30 and then wait till 34 And if that didn't hit, buy at 26 and then wait till we get a retest of 30, 29, 28, 29. So I bought at 30. I bought at this support down here. Literally, the support where I bought it was right here, 28,000. Like that. This is my average buying price, like 28K, right? And I was waiting for 34. Never came. So that went down. And I already explained this, so I'm not going to explain it again. But basically, there's too much risk for my trading account. I need to retain the capital in my trading account. For my investment account, that's different. For my investment account, I'm slowly averaging into Bitcoin. Why is that? Because look back here, take a look back at 2018. If you slowly accumulated over a few years, let's say you started like here, and you bought here, you bought all the way down here, you bought all the way up here, all the way down here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then you continue to buy down here. Your average buy-in price would be, somewhere closer to right here. If not, probably somewhere around $5,000. Maybe even a little bit lower, because we traded below there for so long, that it continued to lower your average buying price over and over and over and over again. So for my trading account, I'm looking to short any bounces. I'm looking to look for any shorting opportunities, which is sick, I know, but I'm looking for shorting opportunities in my trading account. In my investment account, I am slowly averaging into Bitcoin, but I have enough money to be able to average in, enough cash to be able to average in for a long time, because we may see years, just how 2018 to 2019, year one, 2019 to 2020, that's year two, okay? 1 year, 2018 to 2019, down only. 2019 to 2020, yeah, it went up, had this nice rally in 2019. However, it was still a bear market because it came all the way back down. And it was essentially continuing down until we got the March 2020 crash. And then that was the bottom of the bear market right there. So 2 years, essentially. A little over 2 years. We have been in this for a little over 1 year, or let's see, what did I write here? This is the average time, 400 days. So 400 days is the average length of a bear market. So maybe December 12th, 2022, that will be 400 days after this top. Maybe that will be the bottom. That's what I was counting on, but I'm not even going to count on that anymore, honestly, because I don't think that we're going to see an uptick in the economy until a new president is in the United States. Until Biden is out of office and either Trump or a Republican goes into office, or someone who allows for nuclear energy or drills for oil in America, or just does things to quote unquote boost the economy, all this stuff, until they are in office, I don't really see this coming down. And I'm not saying that's the president's fault, but it's it doesn't matter. It's the perception that it's the president's fault, which is what most Americans think. It's not the president's fault. It's really like the House and the Senate and Congress and, a whole host of factors, right? But yeah, I don't really see a huge uptick in price until a new president is there. With saying that, I gave you my levels. Now, let's go on and also look at some other things. What are some levels that I would want to look at when it comes to the total market cap? Well, look at the total market cap. Same thing. Monthly high of the total market cap, which also lines up with the negative 61.8 of this move down, which is really good confluence. I like this confluence right here, is 534 billion. Will we get a bounce off of the yearly high, yearly open close, I could see it. I could see a bounce happening off of here because it lines up really well with a 78.6. So if this is a, I want to say this is a buying opportunity if the total market cap reaches this level, but it would only be a scalping opportunity. Like my strategy now is like scalping. Like I don't want to buy and hold or buy and swing trade like how I tried to do it at 30,000, because 30 to 34,000 wasn't that big of a deal. Wasn't that big of a swing. You know, it was much lower than normal. And yet we never reached it. So even if I buy at $775 billion, we might get a bounce, and maybe we'll get a bounce all the way up to $1 trillion, you know, and it'll be huge. I would rather, I wouldn't rather just like take my profits really quickly, but I would like to lock in profits. So I'm trying to lock in profits. So that's the total market cap. This is a great area in my opinion. $551 billion. Let me do this right here. Right around here. $551 billion market cap total. Can you believe it if that happens? That would be so sad for crypto. But its trajectory is that. Maybe even less. It would be hard to not buy crypto at these levels. But I could see it coming down there. People saying, oh, it's over. Like crypto's dead, all this other stuff. You know, it happens. The other thing though to realize, which I already said, is that like, you know, bear markets, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 months of a bottom. Basically 4 months of a bottom down here. So it's not going to just go like this down here and then up and you know, to the moon. No, it might, you know, do something like this. And if it does something like that, then like, great, you know, oh my God, can you, yeah. So if it does something like that, then this area right here is the area where you have to really be strong. Are you going to puke, or are you going to hold, you know, down here? And maybe you know, this isn't actually here, but it's actually down here. You know, you don't know because the macroeconomic situation is so different right now. But are you gonna hold down here, or are you going to puke it somewhere down here? Me, I would probably do something where I would sell it on the way up and not wait for a whole new bull market to come. I would probably start selling it on the way up just in case we pull something like how we pulled in 2019, where it came up and then slammed back down. So it would have been great to buy here, sell here, and then double your position right here. You know, that would have been awesome. So that's probably what I'm going to try to do. But things aren't looking too good right now. So I hope you're getting the gist of what I'm saying. Anyway, that's the total market cap. Total 2 is same thing. You know, this is altcoins. I don't want anything to do with altcoins. Altcoin market cap. There's no room. There's nothing. Once the altcoin, you know when I'll be, this is the first thing that I'll be interested in altcoins. The first time I'll be interested in altcoins, maybe here. And then all $300 billion altcoin market cap. You know, there's still way too many altcoins that are way overvalued altcoins. I wanted to long here, but didn't happen. So that's erased. That is completely done. In fact, this has now become resistance. So this gets a red bar because this is now a resistance. And yeah, altcoins look like absolute garbage. There's nothing holding it back from coming straight down. That's what it looks like to me. BTC and ETH. Yeah, this was my buy zone, so that's done. Need to target this down here. They're all of the charts are very, very similar, you know. They all look super similar. So There's this. These two areas for Bitcoin and Ethereum. And now we have the Ethereum market cap. Ethereum market cap is pretty low though, but it's not low enough. Okay, guys, so it's time that we go into other things such as the dominance levels. Dominance levels, dominance levels, dominance levels. Super important, super important. And also, we're going to be going into Ethereum and alts. So, first off, dominance levels. What do we see here? Okay, so this played out pretty nicely. Great area to long alts again, going heavy in your investment account here. Wish I did that, but I was not paying attention to the markets, and you don't have alerts on you. Like TradingView doesn't allow you to have alerts on the dominance levels, so I sort of missed out on that one. 1, 2, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So basically 4 days. The last 4 days, alts should have been doing very, very, very well. Let's look at Solana. Really, the only last 3 days. I mean, it did go up 20%. That's not really that good. What about BNB? The last 2 days, it's down. What is going on? Like, this is bad. Like, look at these prices. Yeah, it's up 15%. So basically what I'm looking at right now is I'm looking at altcoins, and I'm seeing that altcoins bounced 25%. That's not bad. How about VET? Nothing. They're still under the daily. Like, okay, this is bad. So let me see if there's maybe ZRX did well. Okay, so ZRX as well. ZRX did good. That's good. ZRX is up 20%. That's not really that good. Well, wait a minute. I miscalculated that. It's up 24%. That's better. So some coins are up, but this, no, man, things, this is not good. 20%. So, sorry. So this is what I'm thinking. This is what I'm looking at. Altcoin dominance. This is altcoin dominance. Look at how, look at how, sorry. Look at how high altcoin dominance is. It rose. Look at how high it bounced off of the support, the previous support area. And yet, altcoins are only up 15%. What is that? That's terrible. That's so bad. A lot of these are down from a few days ago. Holy smokes. No, if altcoin dominance goes up like that, when altcoin dominance goes up like this, altcoins should be skyrocketing. Altcoins over the last thank God I missed this, because I would have gone in heavy into alts. But no, altcoins have not been performing. So this is a huge indicator that the market is still, that there are no buyers. It's the indicator that there are absolutely no buyers. In a market where there's buyers, altcoins would be up 40% off of this bounce. Seriously. They're not even, some of them are down, most of them that I just showed you are down below where they were a few days ago. And this bounce happened 4 days ago. And they're down. So no one's buying alts. No one is buying alts right now. This is so bad. And it went up so much, the dominance went up so much that maybe, if it only bounced up to here, right? Or maybe if it just bounced up to here and no one bought any alts, there's an argument to say, well, they didn't buy it and it'll tag it one more time and then everyone will buy it and the price will skyrocket and go up. Not skyrocket, but go up very heavy, and then this will move up. But no, this moved up. There's so little money in alts that this moved up, and yet alts still died or still dying. Yeah, I am happy with my short positions. I am very happy with my short positions. So I am looking to short alts because altcoins. See, look at this. This is Bitcoin dominance. Try longing some alts here. According to dominance levels, money should be flowing out of Bitcoin and into alts. And it is, but at such small levels that it makes no sense. I won't want to go back into alts according to Bitcoin dominance until it hits up here. That's when and it's probably honestly up here is where I'll go back into some alts. But by then, like, who knows who knows what will happen? It won't be a Bitcoin it won't be a crypto bull run or anything like that. Maybe the Bitcoin bull run will start once this gets up here, once Bitcoin dominance, Bitcoin rises to the top and altcoins fall and altcoin dominance falls all the way back down here. This is the best place to get into alts, other than literally the floor. But I don't think that the floor is going to get hit. It might, but I think that if this area gets hit, definitely I want to be trading lots of alts. I think you can make a lot of money if you get into alts down here. If you get into alts here, it's a possibility. There is a possibility. Look at the weekly right here. This is a good area. Resistance, support, resistance. So this area right here, it has not hit there yet. So we're going to go down. Altcoin dominance is going to go down. It's going to break this consolidation that's been in since May of 2021. It's going to break to the downside. Alts are going to literally die. Like, they're down 90%. They're going to go down another 90% from here once this breaks to the downside. It's inevitable at this point. It's literally inevitable. Unless the bull market starts up again, it doesn't matter. No, I don't want to be in any alts. I want to be shorting all the alts. I want to be shorting everything because I think most everything is going to go to zero because this hasn't even turned over yet. If this was down here, I would say, okay, maybe it's a good time to long alts. If this was down here, I'd say, all right, I'm going into alts. But there's so much room for it to fall. So dominance levels, terrible, absolutely terrible. And then the other thing that I use to gauge altcoins is Ethereum against Bitcoin. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. Sold all my ETH right here. Very happy about that. Well, not all of it, but a lot. Once it broke below this trend line right here, remember I drew this out 1, 2, 3, 4, and then boom, Ethereum fell below it. Let's go to the daily. Right over here, it fell below it. Retested it. Right there, right when it fell below it, you're out. You need to be out of all alts. This, I think, is what I said. I think I said this, to be honest, right when this happened. I said, get out of all alts, get out of Ethereum, get out of everything. It fell below the line. You might as well be in Bitcoin. This is when I switched and I bought Bitcoin here. And then I bought Ethereum back down here is when I bought Ethereum back, which I think was around 1,400 or something like that. But yeah, no, and now look at this, down, retest, and we're falling even further. So we could continue to fall. Ethereum can continue to fall, continue to be worse than Bitcoin all the way down to there. We broke. Let's go to the weekly to see it. Yeah, this right here is the support, is the next support. And to be honest, I'd rather get in at the 61.8 down here because this makes a lot more sense that it would fall underneath here and then bounce. So I'm converting 80% of my Bitcoin to ETH here. I'm buying Bitcoin, and then once it hits here, the Ethereum against Bitcoin chart hits here, I'm converting my Bitcoin to Ethereum, or at least a large portion of it. Okay, so that's no longer a good opportunity. Yeah, this is now resistance. So this goes to be red. This is going to be red. Anyway, this shows again why, technically speaking, you don't want to be in alts right now. Wait until it comes down here, then start buying alts down here. Okay, not financial advice. So that's what I'm saying. Buy alts here, or at least to them. Yeah. There you go. Boom. So that's what I'm going to start doing. So yeah, altcoins, not about it at all. Not about them at all. my poor quant, my poor quant. Can you believe I had so much quant up here? $400 quant, 10 times what I had, 10 times what I have. I think I lost $500,000. I think I lost $500,000 in quant by holding quant. I'm pretty sure yeah. I eventually, obviously I bought it at $83 down here and sold a lot. I think like here or maybe here or something like that. So that was good. But I definitely, maybe it wasn't 500,000, but it was a lot. It was a lot because I definitely have a lot stored on my ledger that I just, never am selling, that I got at, I don't know, a few dollars, like $5 or something like that. So that's annoying. And you would think like this is a good area to buy, but personally, no, it's not. It's not, because this is the better. Even down here, I gotta lower this. Like, this is the area to buy quant down here. You need to buy it when it's going to be a better buy compared to Bitcoin. Otherwise, just buy Bitcoin. You might as well just buy Bitcoin. You're going to lose more money buying alts unless you buy, compared to buying Bitcoin. Let's look at Cardano against Bitcoin. Cardano did very nice. Very nice against Bitcoin. That's good. Up 30%. That's really good. Props to Cardano for holding the line. Holding the line against Bitcoin. I like it. Solana. Where do I want to buy Solana? Damn. This is not a bad... The 88% is usually a really good price to buy Solana. It's usually a really good price. I mean, not to buy Solana, but just to buy things in general. Okay, I think we could go to ETH, and I paused the video and I got my jacket. But yeah, I think we could go to ETH now, and I'm looking at 3 levels. One is the level where we're at right now, 1,100, okay? 1,110. It's the previous highs on the monthly chart, and it's a 78.6. I think we have a very good chance, or I don't think we have a very good chance, but I think we would have had, or we should have had, a very good chance of it bouncing from here. And look at what happened. Bounce, day 1, it hit. Bounce, day 2, and now we're smack dab back at it again. It's very unlikely to me that $1,000 Ethereum will hold. I think that this will break and it will fall another 40% to 669. So what's 669? Gosh, looking at just down, it makes it so hard to say that, because I really want it to jump. We have 3 more days, so maybe it'll hold. If it holds in 3 days from now and it's above, $1,110, if it's back up here, then maybe I'll try to buy a wick down to this level with the stop loss right here. Okay, that's the play. And I would probably sell it literally at 1,400. But this candle is going to close in 1 hour, and that's an absolutely horrific candle. You want wicks to the downside, not body candle closes to the downside. So that looks horrible, which makes me think that it's going to break. Everyone thinks that $1,000 is, a buy for Ethereum, so it's probably not, because everyone thinks it is. So the next buy, some people say it's $700 and $800, but I would just say the 88%. 88% is 669, and that does fall in line with the monthly chart, the monthly top right there. So 669 is a good buying area in my opinion. So I'll probably put some orders in there. What I'm more interested though in is looking for areas to short. But the thing is, where do you short? I get, you have to look left. Okay. If it pops up there, I'll short it. If it pops up here, I'll short it. If it pops up, but the thing is, it's not. It's simply not. It's not doing that. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. I bought here, wanting to sell right here, never got there. bought here, want to sell right there, never got there. Lowered my sell price, lowered my sell price, lowered my sell price, and it just dump. So yeah, it looks like we're heading into literally the most darkest place you could possibly imagine, and I wouldn't be surprised at this point to see $100 ETH. Because if all of those other coins could, if all the other stocks, big stocks and stuff could reach those levels from years ago, why can't ETH? ETH doesn't even work half the time. It's too slow. It's congested. It's filled with scams, and it's just terrible. So I love ETH. I think that in due time it will be absolutely huge. But right now it's a no-go for me. And the main reason for this is because, the ETH BTC chart. ETH BTC chart. Down here is the next big supports. So it's very difficult with the ETH BTC chart looking like this, the altcoin chart, altcoin dominance chart looking like this, and alts performing the way they are. The dollar, I don't know, maybe the dollar is going to go down, and no one really knows, but just everything looks bad, and it's not at like a level that I would want. Maybe if NASDAQ comes down here, that would be good, but the SPY just like broke through this huge, so I don't want to be in, because there's like the other thing, there's so much counterparty risk right now. So much counterparty risk with 3AC. Billion dollar funds, like multi-billion dollar funds. Celsius, all this other stuff, right? They need to repay their loans. They need to sell off. And we haven't even seen minor capitulation yet. Okay? It feels stupid to sell down there, but it is basically what I'm doing in my trading account. I don't want to be holding anything. I want to just be looking for shorts. That's all I want to do, is just look for shorts. So there's no shorts on the weekly, maybe on the daily. On the daily time frame, this is now a short on Ethereum, 1,266. A small short, but, well, actually not necessarily a small short, because you can make 16%. Short it right there to the bottom, Same thing like this. This was a short right here. Short from here to here. Yeah. If we would have gotten a huge bounce, I think we would have gotten it after this wick. Like, we wouldn't have gotten this. This needed to be a wick for me to think that we were going to go up again. I think that this had to have been a wick. So I'm gonna go flat in my trading account. Yeah, there's nothing to do. Maybe what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna look at different coins on FTX and see if there's any good trading opportunity, any good shorting opportunities. Okay, I'm looking at Tron right now. Tron looks to be lagging behind so many coins because it has this major support, right? All these coins have been busting through major supports. Tron hasn't yet. So, personally, I think Tron is a great coin to short, especially if it reaches right anywhere in this area. But the thing is, it hasn't. Like coins have not been giving you the opportunity. That's why I've been getting screwed over, because I wait for here, shorting opportunities to come with good RRs and stuff like that, right? But they just haven't been coming. So really, it's almost like there's nowhere to define your risk with shorts, but there's so much selling pressure that it almost feels like you should. Although this right here, going down to the, probably wouldn't want to short this formation, to be honest. But I could totally short it up here. Something like that. Like, I just feel like USDD with Tron, like a lot of these plays are narrative plays, and like technical analysis is not really working right now. Like it is, but like it also it is, but it isn't. Like this right here, tons of support. You could say that was like the support line or whatever, right? Support, 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 support. And as soon as it broke down, that's when you would short. Like as soon as this candle came, put on a short position and just ride the whole thing down. You know, that would have been a good, let's see, I guess here with a stop right there and probably target right there. Yeah, I mean, that would have been a good short for sure. But it's like you really have to be catching like these things and going through everything. So Solana, let's look at Solana, see if there's a shorting opportunity for Solana. Let's chart some coins out. In fact, what I'm going to do, I'm going to end this stream and then I'm just going to chart a whole bunch of coins, like not a whole bunch, but I'm going to chart like 10 coins out and see what happens. But yeah, basically the gist of what I'm feeling is I'm super bearish. I don't want to buy anything. Alts look like crap. The market and the traditional finance looks like crap. If traditional finance looks like crap, then I think cryptocurrencies will do terribly. And so just keep on stacking cash. Keep on stacking cash. And I'm going to continue to look for shorts on any pops up if there even is, if there are any pops up, but I don't know. I don't want to short like I'm looking at Doge right now. That's a nice short right there. But yeah, that's the gist of it. I was not super bullish, but I was bullish Bitcoin 30,000. I was bullish Bitcoin 25,000. And now it's lower and you think, "Oh, it's lower, so you should be even more bullish." Well, in my investment account, I'm, slowly dollar cost averaging, but we could have sideways movement for 3 years. That's a possibility. We could have like sideways movement like that up until 2024. Okay. It's possible. So I'm just trying to preserve capital here. I've tried catching falling knives. Maybe I'm jaded because I just tried catching so many falling knives on Bitcoin, but I'm done. I'm over catching falling knives. I'm totally over catching falling knives. Okay. Unless it's at one of those like really, really good levels that I feel is okay, such as the level down. Let me go back to here, such as the level right there, 14,050, or 10,800 or 4,000 level. These three levels, I'm absolutely going to be buying and throwing it on a cold storage wallet, but I don't know. Things just aren't looking good, and I want to preserve my capital, so I have in case a good opportunity comes. Because I haven't seen any bounces, and like I thought that we were due for a bounce here. So yeah, okay, we're cool. We're due for a bounce at 20,000. We'll see what happens, but buying is risky. Well, going all in is risky, and with no stop. Buying a whole bunch of anything is like super risky right now. Bitcoin, dollar cost averaging, it's fine. I'm doing that, but buying anything is risky. But once, like I mentioned before, once Ethereum reaches down here, I'd want to go in. I would want to go a lot heavier into crypto. I just need Ethereum to really come down here to that 61.8 golden ratio. I want that so bad. So that's going to be it. I'll talk to y'all later, and I'm going to make another video right now going over a bunch of coins, looking for shorts, and I will upload that right after I upload this one. Okay, thanks. Have a good one.